All right, guys. So I think I don't think it'll ever be done. It'll never be done because the word is forever. But I think as far as what we're given here in the Hebrew words that we have been informed about compared to the English words that we know about, this is where the most important words come together. Out of his name, out of Ahaya, Ashar, Ahaya. That is his name. You put it all together because the Torah was written in one word. It wasn't written with all these different words. It was like no spaces in the whole Torah. So therefore, like, it's one word, Ahaya, Ashar, Ahaya. Okay? Check this out. It goes, I come in his name, Yashaya, my bad. Excuse me, I already messed up. There you go. Yashaya, because that mark right there is Yah, okay? This is Yah. And okay, here we go. Ahaya Shar Ahaya, that's who you call God. Yashaya, that's his son, the only begotten son. And he has his mark, which is a crown on the name. Yashaya. Okay. Yashar, that is the image that man was made in, the likeness of the Most High, Ahaya Shar Ahaya. It is right, smooth, straight, upright, okay? That's his nature, that's the spirit, the Ruach also. Okay, anyway, Yashar is good also, because they say in the Bible, they say God is good, okay? Well, Yah is Yashar, okay? Yashar, there you go. That's what it really is. In his name. It's in his name. Yasar, he warns you. You've been warned. He warns you before he does it. Therefore he sent you prophets. He sent you people to warn you, to straighten you out and correct you, put you back on the right path. Okay, here you go. It's in his name. Yada. Yada, that is who you call Judah. And it means to praise or thanksgiving. It is in his name, the nation of Yada, or the tribe of Yada. Okay. Ahaya Shar Ahaya, you have Yasad, Yasad. That's the foundation. It's in his name because Yashaya said, "I am from the beginning, from the foundation of the earth." Okay, here you go. See, everything that Yeshaya said that he was, it is in his Father's name. That's what you guys got to figure out. Therefore, you can't have any other name because it's not in his Father's name. You can't have two different languages come together to make and put the name from one language and then put the name from another language. The Father from one language, which is the whole language, is the Father's name. Okay, I'm gonna get to that in a second. But you can't take Greek and then the names from Greek and apply them to Hebrew and expect to understand how the spirit, the Ruach, it's two different spirits. You judge the tree by the fruit. You judge you judge it by the spirit. Okay. Because the fruit, the spirit is the seed. I'll get to that also. The Ruach. All right, here we go. Yasad is the foundation, and that's in his name. Yatsab, with a B, is truth. Yatsab, when I say truth, it means to stand or to set in one's place, or I mean not in one's place, to set up. I'll show you more correctly. Because I was having a little trouble because the Most High was saying this is the truth, this is the truth. And then I understood why he said that. Okay, to set oneself up, to set or station oneself, to take one stand, Yat Sab. So this is the truth, all right? Present yourself, present it, remaining, set, stand forth, standing, station, stood, take his stand, take their stand, take your stand, took his stand, took their stand. What do you stand for if you don't stand the truth? When you go to court, they make you what? They make you stand up. They make you take the stand. So this is the truth, Yat Sab. Okay. Only the Ruach told me that. No other man, no one has given me that. Only the Ruach, and that's because I was focusing on adding it to this because I saw Yashaya in the name. If you notice, Yasha, these names look like Yasha, look like salvation. Okay, look like the Savior, and those are the Spirit. The Spirit, you judge these words by the Spirit. It looks like Yasha, so therefore it must have some connection. So therefore I get into it, and lo and behold, exactly what he said about himself and the Father is in these words, and they go in his name. They are from his name because he is the vine, okay, and they are just the branches. Okay. All right. So the fruit doesn't fall too far away from the tree. Yatsab is truth in his name. Okay. Yatsar is to form. Yatsar is to form. So, like, he's the creator. It's in the middle of his name. Yatsar. Ahaya Shar Ahaya. Ahayatsar Ahaya. You hear it? Okay. So, Yatsar, to form, to create. Okay? To make. That's what it means. It's in his name. So, he is that. All in his name. Yatsath. To kindle, to burn. It's in his name. Ahaya Shar Ahaya. Yatsak. Wash away. How is Yashaya going to wash away your sins if it's not in his name? It's in his name. Yatsak. That's right here. Yatsak. Yasak. Yasak or Yatsak. Yashaya. Okay. Yasha. That fits right where Yasha goes. Okay. So Ahaya Shar Ahaya has Yatsak in it, and it means to wash away. It is in his name. Yitzhar, my bad, is the oil. I told you the oil is precious. The oil is the Ruach. The oil is the Spirit. The oil is the Messiah, the Mashiach. It's in his name. That's why he said, it's in his name. It is the Spirit. It is the Ruach. Okay? The oil is the Ruach. It is in his name. Yitzhar, Yashar, Yashaya. It's his nature. It's the Spirit. Okay? Smooth, straight, easy. His yoke is easy. All right? Ahaya Shar Ahaya. Yatsa. Yatsa. Begotten. He said, Yashaya said, I am the only begotten son. Yatsa. That's begotten. It's in his name. Yasha. Yasha. Yatsa. Sounds pretty much the same. Yashaya. Yatsa. Yatsaya. There you go. Yishkak. Now, this is funny right here because Yitzchak, it's almost like Hitchcock. Yitzchak is Isaac, or who you call Isaac, or Isaac. Okay, it means he laughs. So the laughter part is the character of the Most High. It's after his own heart. For out of the mouth stems directly from the heart. So, so you understand, like, a man after his own heart is a man after the Most High's own heart is a man that has the words of the Most High in his mouth, coming from his heart. Okay, so he laughs. Ahaya Shar Ahaya. He has Yitzhak in his name. Isaac is in his name. Yosef, who is Jacob's son, Yaakov, who turned into Yasharah. Yosef, it means he increases. Yosef is right there where Yashar should be. Yashaya, Yashar, Yosef. Okay. Ahaya Shar Ahaya. Kashar means to bond. Now, Ahaya is the word. Ahaya Shar Ahaya is the word. The word is who you call Yah. What y'all were calling God, it's Yah, the word. Okay. The Amra is the word. So the word is bond. The word is bond. That's what Yashaya says. So therefore it must be. And therefore, lo and behold, it fits right in where Yashar is. Kashar. Bond. Okay. Ashar. Blessed. We know this. Asar. Tithe. It's in his name. Asar. Commandments. It's in his name. The 10 commandments, the tithe commandments. All right. Asar commandments. The Asar Amra would be a command also. So the Asar Amra, that's how you would say 10 Commandments. Or Amra Asar, that would be 10 Commandments, either way it goes. In his name, and let me capitalize this real quick because I see it's not in all caps. Bam, just like that. And then the next one we have is Asa, also, which is healer. Healer. Okay? So how is Yeshaya gonna heal you if he can't heal himself? It's in his name. Yashaya Asa. Yasha Asa. Okay, there it goes. It's right in the middle. Okay? This is the Rosh. This is the head. This is the body of Ahaya Shar Ahaya. All things come through him. There's more in him than there is in all of the world. So check this out. He is the Word, and the Word is splendid. That's how you can have all these different meanings and so much wealth from just his breath. One breath, man. Or is light. O-R. Okay? It's in his name. Where you see Yashar, it will be Yashor or. The R right there, A-R, right here, that's where the Ruach, that's between Yashaya and the Ruach. So when you put Yashaya, you take the R out and you put in the crown. The crown is the Keter. The Keter is the crown, and it is also Yah. It looks, in English you call it the apostrophe, or it's this right here. That's not a quotation mark, by the way. That's a mixture of two Keters. Okay, so where am I at? I'm at I was at light. Was I at light? And we were talking about the Keter. Okay. I think so. Yeah, I think so. Alright. So that's the light, and the OR, that's the rock. So if you just want to write Yah's name, you could just put in the apostrophe, and that will suffice, because that is Yah. That means my. Okay? But it also serves as the Ruach Kadesh, because that's where Yeshaya, the Ruach Kadesh, and Yah all meet right there at the R. They're a trinity. They're one. Okay. So if you wanted to write them all out as one, you just put in the apostrophe, and that's why Yeshaya has the apostrophe at the end right here, because that's where the R would be. Ahaya, the Ruach Kadesh, and his son are all one right there. Okay. So here, let me show you. So we got Or out the way. We got light. I got Kindle, Asar, Or. All right, Or. Let's finish this up. Ahaya Shar Ahaya, you have fire. You have Aish. And he said he's an all-consuming fire. That's in his nature. That's the spirit. That's part of his body. And Yashaya is also. Okay, Yashara. Yashaya bring you through the fire. Yashara is Yaakov. Yaakov was turned into Yashara from being the supplanter, the one that deals craftily with people, to being injured in a battle with the holy angel of the Most High. And then he asked the angel to bless him, so the angel assured him and gave him a new name from the supplanter Yaakov into Yashara, to where he's no longer dealing treacherously with people. He is now Yashara. He is righteous, upright, powerful. He's all this. All this comes with Yashara. He's chosen. Everything is in his name, just like Yashaya, pretty much. Yashaya and Yashara. All right. Yashara was a physical adoption, or a physical representation of the word Yeshaya, while Yeshaya was not here. Yaakov, all the prophets had his name in them. They were physical representations. Moshe, everybody. Isaac, Moshe, Yashara, Yash, everybody had physical representation of him. All right. Torah, the laws. It's in his name. Okay. The Ruach, the spirit. That's why I put the apostrophe there, so you can see that they're the same. That's where they meet, right there, where the R is, right here. That's where they meet. That's where they are, right there. Yah, I put the symbols for Yah to let you know. Yod and Yah, Alpha and Omega. Okay, it's in his name. Because Yah, right there, the Or, the Yod, and then the Yah again, right there. Okay. Zeraim. It's the flood. So, you have the flood in Genesis. Well, that was as in the beginning, so too shall be in the end. Well, it's a part of his name. Okay. So you gotta see that. The seed. How is man gonna be born? How are you talking about the seed of Jesse? How are you have the seed? What's the power of the spirit? If the Ruach is the spirit and the seed is the Ruach, then there you go. You have the Zara. It's in his name. The Zaram, the semen, same thing. It's in his name. Okay. Okay, I think I messed this up. Get this out the way. Put that back right there. Okay. Now you have Sarah. Sarah is power. Sarah. Okay. Shabbat, which is the rest. It's in his name. This is all in his name. Okay. Shabbayathim is the sevenfold. Shabbathayim is the sevenfold. It's in his name. Saba, war. He's a warring Yah. He is the warring Yah. You serve a Yah of war. You serve a Haya of war. He's war. It's in his name. Where you see Yasha, Saba. Okay. Sarah, Saba. Okay. That's where it will be. Kadash, holy. Kadosh, holy, and Kadesh, holy. These are in his name. Okay. Because you have holy for the Father, holy for the Son, and holy for the Ruach. Because that's where they would be. The Keter, the crown, right there where they're at. All right. So you got Kaddish, set apart. Those are the chosen. So then you have Zakar, to remember. This is in his name. Okay. Oh yeah, the Kodesh, Ahaya Shar. So if you put Ahayash, you have the Kadash. Hayash. Okay? So right there will be Ahayash. It'll be Kadash, Kodesh, and Kaddish. This is where that would be at. Just showing you where they fit in his name. And then you have Zakar is remember. Okay? So Zakar would be right there where Yashar would be. Okay? And remember, Zakar is also sort of like forever. So that's like the first and the last. So, like he's forever. Heaven and earth pass away, but Zakar, he will be there. And Zakar, Yatsav, he's going to be there. The truth shall remain. Okay, so we got Zakar out the way here. Now we at Ahaba. So Ahaya Shar Ahaya has the word. Now we're going to the beginning of the if you notice, we're going to the beginning segment of his name. Ahaya Shar Ahaya. You have Ahaba, which is like Ahaya. Ahaba is love. He said, I am love. Ahaya is love. It's in his name. Okay? So Ahaba comes from Ahaya. Okay? These words come from Ahaya. Okay? And that's love. It's in his name. Kava is like it's like Ahaya, and it means life. It's in his name. Now if you notice, Yasha starts in the beginning where this Y is at. So it's part of the love. It's part of the life. This is in there, okay? He is love. He is life, okay? Then you have Moshe. Moshe draws out. Moshe is who you were calling Moses, okay? And that's in his name. Moshe is right there where you see Yashar, because Mishar would come from Yashar also. So yeah, it's like smooth, straight, upright. But then you have Moshe to draw out. Okay, so yeah, I just was going through and filling in the rest of these. If I come up with anything else, or if you see anything that I missed, please leave a comment, and I'll try to get back at you and fill it in. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. To the Rabba Hayashar Haya Kadosh, to the Rabba Yashaya Kadosh, to the Rabba Rakadesh. Amen. Amen. Amen.